Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, I would like to discuss OMG Network, how it's currently performing and how it will be performing during the upcoming week. As well, let's take a look at OMG Network compared to BTC right away. So you can clearly see I have already drawn a Fibonacci retracement from swing high towards swing low from its previous movement towards the upside on this trend compared to Bitcoin. Right now, we have seen this clear, well, I would like to call this a W structure, and we are right now rising once more. What are the key levels that we have to take into consideration right now? So of course, we are finding support on top of the 0.236, and I think personally, to keep on going with the current uptrend, we would like to see OMG Network holding strong on top of this area above the 0.236 compared to Bitcoin. As well, if we enable the EMA ribbon, you can clearly see that we are getting supported by it, and that is something of utmost importance if you ask me, due to the fact that the EMA ribbon will serve as a level of support, and therefore I am quite confident that we will be able to hold strong on top of this level. If we are not able to hold strong, it would be quite unfortunate due to the fact that the next level is going to be the 0 level underneath, and therefore we might perhaps see a decline not only in strength but as well in its price action compared to the US dollar. Lastly, I would like to discuss the MACD. If we take a look at the MACD, you can clearly see that we are losing momentum right now, but fortunately we are seeing as well that the momentum is declining in its major strength towards the downside. Therefore a crossover is more likely to occur during the upcoming days, and that is something I think could perhaps occur. This being said, I would like to head towards the OMG Network compared to USD chart. On the OMG Network compared to USD chart, you can clearly see that we are right now in a current uptrend. We have seen this major uptrend, and what I would like to draw right away, not on the daily time frame but on the 4-hourly time frame, is actually this trend line. Why this trend line? Actually, due to the fact that I think it is of utmost importance to take a look at what the previous trend was and where we could perhaps find support on top. So if you ask me personally, I think this is a very nicely drawn trend line due to the fact that we have seen multiple touch points on top of it, and therefore it's a confirmed ascending support. So if we are going to see a further decline in OMG's price action, I personally think that this would be a very healthy retest of this ascending previous support, finding support on top of it once more, confirming that we are still creating that higher low structure, and as well that we are finding support on top of this ascending support, our current trend. This being said, I would like to draw a Fibonacci retracement, and I would like to draw the Fibonacci retracement on the 4-hourly time frame from its swing low towards swing high from this previous trend, due to the fact that that is going to be the very first target where we will be heading towards. So if we zoom in a little bit closer, you can clearly see that we are right now on OMG Network trading right underneath the 0.236 Fibonacci, and we have seen that it is a major level of resistance due to the fact that most of the candles are actually struggling to be able to close on top of it. So this is a confirmed resistance level, and right now you can clearly see that we have been trading at this point in time. Is it likely that we are going to see a retest occur on top of this previous ascending support, finding support on top of it once more as I discussed earlier? Well, let's take a look at the EMA ribbon. The EMA ribbon clearly is still serving as a level of support. We haven't seen a crossover occur yet, so therefore it is quite likely that we are right now still going to find enough strength to stay on top of the 0.236 if Bitcoin trades sideways or proceeds with its movement towards the upside. If Bitcoin is going to lose momentum and is going to see a decline in its price action, we will for sure inevitably see as well a decline in OMG Network's price action. But let's take a look as well at what the most important factors are right away, where we have to keep in mind. So if you're going to see a breakdown occur underneath the EMA ribbon, for sure my personal targets are going to be the previous ascending support, finding support on top of it at approximately 0.5 Fibonacci at $10.51. Perfectly as well for me as a major level of accumulation. But before heading all the way, the first target that we are going to reach is the 0.382 at $12.26. This is for me a rather realistic target. I think that is very likely to occur because if we enable the 200-day moving average, you can clearly see that the 200-day moving average is heading in that direction. Therefore, if we are going to see a breakdown, it is very likely that we are going to find support on top of it for a while, perhaps trading sideways until we reach the touch point with this ascending support, or perhaps not. We will see during the upcoming days. What is important if we would like to keep on going towards the upside, if we would like to continue with this uptrend, I think we will have to find support on top of the 0.236, not resistance underneath, and be able to just accumulate for a while before heading even further towards the upside. But what I think is also very important is that if we draw this trend line, you can clearly see that this is a descending resistance. Why is this a descending resistance? And why is it important where we are currently trading at? So clearly the candle before this 4-hourly candle was not able to break out above it completely and close above this descending resistance, and we have seen already 3 touch points in the past. Therefore, this is a confirmed descending resistance, and we might perhaps see a rejection taking place here and a breakdown afterwards, or a decline in its price action. That is for sure something that is possible due to the fact that this is a descending resistance line. As well, if we take a look at this point in time, you can clearly see that we are creating, actually, if you ask me, a broadening wedge. Why is this a broadening wedge? Due to the fact that this is also a confirmed descending support, already having 1, 2, and as well a 3rd touch point. So what is absolutely good to know about broadening wedges are actually most of the time breaking out towards the upside, so that could perhaps be the case as well here. What is quite unfortunate is actually that if we are going to see a breakout occur above this descending resistance, that the target is actually not a really high target. It's actually going to be the beginning of this broadening wedge. Therefore, it would be at approximately $15.15. So it won't be even a dollar pump. And if we take a look at how big it will be percentage wise, it would be a 4% pump, or 3.9% movement towards the upside. So if we see right now a breakout occur above this descending resistance at 3.9% breakout is very likely to occur. And let's take a look if the MACD and the RSI are actually confirming this. So if we take a look at the RSI, you can clearly see that we are still forming this lower low structure, but we actually were able to break out above it. But if we take a look at this perhaps differently, just like here, we might say right now that we are experiencing still this descending resistance, and that we have to break out above it to be able to gain even more strength. Personally, I think the first scenario was actually better, confirming that we actually already broke out above it and that we could perhaps expect more momentum towards the upside afterwards. Right now, I must admit that the RSI is looking well, but it's not looking extraordinary. We are not seeing any type of bullish divergences on the 4-hourly time frame. If we take a look at the 1-hourly time frame, we are not seeing any bullish divergences either. Therefore, I would like to say we have to keep in mind and keep monitoring the RSI very closely to see if a breakout above this descending resistance and as well above the 0.236 Fibonacci will be possible during the upcoming hours. On the MACD, you can clearly see that we are experiencing momentum towards the upside. That is actually very good to know, due to the fact that if we continue with this uptrend, we might perhaps see even more momentum getting created and an even further increase getting started. But if we take a look at the 1-hourly time frame, unfortunately, we are losing strength, and perhaps that it means that we are going to see a crossover occur on the MACD on the 1-hourly time frame, what eventually will have influence on the 4-hourly time frame as well. And perhaps we are going to see once more a decline, a retest of this descending support, finding support on top of it and heading straight back up, still being inside of this pattern, the broadening wedge. So this are the possibilities right now. And if we are going to see a decline after this retest, the 0.382 level of Fibonacci is quite likely to be our target at $12.26. As well, we will be heading towards the 200-day moving average that will be serving as major level of support. So this is my theory so far on OMG Network. I really hope you enjoyed the content so far. And if you did, do not forget to give me a thumbs up down below. What is going to be the scenario if we are going to see a breakdown occur below the 0.382? Well, that is going to be the 0.5 as well, finding support on top of previous support, ascending support line with multiple touch points. Therefore, I won't be upset if we are going to see the $10 level going to be reached, due to the fact that this is a major support zone and we will still be confirming our uptrend. This being said, I would like to end the video, but as well, I would like to thank you for watching it so far, and I really hope you have a nice day. So bye bye. We all know the bank sucks, so we're saying goodbye, messing all their plans up. We having a